Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, and yes, I'm still on vacation. I'm pre-recording this before I leave, but by the time you're watching this, I'm still in vacation. I will be back in a few days, so uh, just stay with me. Today is going to be an anime review. Welcome once again. This is going to be on High Rise Invasion. I released the first impression video just a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to see the review now. This is released on Netflix, so if you guys don't know how Netflix works, Netflix releases the entire season at once, which a lot of people don't like that. Personally, I don't like that either most of the time, but sometimes it's kind of nice to be able to bench watch it all and not have to wait every week. But anyways, the whole series is there, probably dubbed in multiple languages. I can't tell you what languages they are because I only speak English and Spanish, so I know for sure it's dubbed in English and in Japanese, and it's an original language. So you can go watch them on Netflix. The story is genre wise, I would say mystery, horror, and action. Definitely gore as well. So if you guys are not into that, then maybe this is not for you. Before I continue, though, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There is still a giveaway happening. I will be announcing the winners on April the 1st. So make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share. That helps boost this video, and I would appreciate that so much. You guys can also support me on social media. TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram are the ones that I'm using now. So go give some love to all that. And okay, let's start with the review. We have our main character Yuri, and the first episode was kind of all over the place, and I talked about it in my first impressions. And it kind of continues like that with like characters being what they're not, and it's kind of in a way annoying, as well as them adding their fan service scenes here and there that are really unnecessary, especially for this one. And you can tell like they do that because they're worried the plot is not good enough. And I will say the plot does have kind of a few holes and flaws in it, but for the most part, it's a pretty good idea. Essentially, they're in this new realm, and there's masked people and non-masked people. The masked people are being controlled by the mask, and there's different type of masks. There is the smiling mask, who essentially are the ones that are to make people commit suicide. They get them to the point of them giving their lives away. And then there's the sad faces, which we kind of eventually learn about them in the first season, and they kind of are the higher ups. They kind of have the control, and then in between the mask, the smiley mask, there's still hierarchies. There's some that were used to put mask on people. There's also some that are being controlled by that are closer to God. Now, these people that are closer to God are people that are basically they're immune from mask. The mask people can't kill them unless they're commanded by another person closer to God. These people closer to God basically put on a mask that had no face or just the eyes, and it gave them a little bit of extra powers, and now they're closer to God. And the reason is this whole world was created, or was has no God, and is creating a God for the world. And essentially, it's kind of a game of survival. Whoever comes closer to the most power, that's who the god is going to be. So as you can see by just the kind of like the plot overall, there's going to be people that are going to abuse the power to get their own desires, but like we saw in episode 1 with guys trying to rape girls and stuff like that. You'll see people that are just they're just trying to survive. Like, she meets this girl Mayuko, sorry, and she's just trying to get out of there. She's just trying to survive. She doesn't want anything to do with the whole God thing. She's there, and she eventually becomes good friends with Yuri, and they're kind of like the two main characters, and she helps her out. There's people like the masked sniper that he doesn't know what's going on. He's being controlled, and he's trying to figure out what is the whole thing. What's going on with him. There's people like Kyuan, who is a girl closer to God, and she knows, she doesn't want that, but she is. So she tries to use her powers for the good. There's people like Rika, Yuri's sister, brother, who wants to survive, but also has a very aggressive voice to do it. If you're not for them, you're against them, and he will kill you. Like, he has this bloodlust as well, and he's captured at the end of the season, which is kind of like the whole plot for the second half of the season. They're trying to save him. They don't really do anything because they don't really reach the headquarters where he's at. But we meet this huge villain who has like 20 or 30 masks under his control, and he's sending them out to attack Yuri's group essentially, and that's not good. Now Yuri kind of goes through a whole character build up throughout the season, and she eventually becomes a person closer to God at the end of the day, and she also becomes a person that can control mask. So quite a bit of stuff going on there. I will say the action scenes were the best, and the plot was all right. I don't even want to take the time to talk a lot about the story, other than they're just trying to survive. If you're into that kind of stuff, go watch it. I would say out of 10, I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. My anime list has it at 6.79, which I think it's a little bit more than it deserves. I'm not really sure if the manga is this way, but the Netflix just seems like it's all over the place. Each episode, it seems like they do multiple things and they don't really have a center point. It could be that they're rushing through the story and they're skipping parts that maybe were important, which could be the case. But for now, I think it deserves a 6. My anime list might have it at 6.9. Well, whatever. But for now, I think it's a 6. I'll see the second season if it comes out anytime soon. So, oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching this. This was a short review because I didn't want to take the time to talk about the story. If you haven't seen the other one that I released yesterday, go check it out. That is a good anime. Thank you guys for your love and support. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.